the main topic, I was looking at the performance, cryptic or whatever you want to call it, but it was good to me. I thought I was entertained. It's like people expect Beyonce out of Kendrick, right? The expectation isn't that, right? If you like the artist, you understand what the expectation of the performance is going to be. Do y'all remember the distinction between Dipset and The Lox? There was a key distinction. Let me know in the chat if y'all see what I'm saying. But see, being from the East Coast, I already knew what to expect from both of those groups, right? So you set an expectation that's unrealistic, right? If we being honest, we know how Kendrick is going to perform. We know how the Lox or the Dipset is going to perform. We know how 50 going to perform. Rappers rap. Even Dre's performance. Dre is a producer. So it makes sense to have 1,000 people come out. But Kendrick, especially when you got that spotlight, and you definitely one of the top. I would argue that people would consider Kendrick top 3 in terms of rappers right now. Him, Cole, and I'm not even including like Hov in them. Those are like God tier rappers. But who on top right now is probably Kendrick, Cole, Drake still, even though we try to act like he dropping. I mean, Drake's still Drake, regardless of what we think or feel about whatever the allegations are. You know what I'm saying? Hov just stand there. Like that's the key difference. Let me show y'all, because I don't know. It's very like disingenuous. Like I saw a couple things where people was just standing there, But if you zoom in on a particular part of the crowd, then I can understand. But I would argue, with the exception of maybe Beyonce, if you zoom in on the crowd, there's gonna be a lot of people just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Right? It's not gonna be for everybody. Let me show y'all something. Let me see if I can find this real quick. And people acting like people didn't enjoy the performance. And I'd be wondering like where people be at. You know what I'm saying? I just be wondering where people be at. So this right here is in DC. This is a bar right here. I'm gonna show y'all. But you can see 1,000 videos like this here. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. So this one of my mans, but they at a bar is pretty hype. Let me see if I can get it to play. Hold on. Let me see. My man hype. Let me see. So this part, hold on. How can I get it to go? I should put some buckets in my chain. I should put some buckets in my chain. 80 pointers like a Kobe game. I'm just confused. Like, I seen so many people, and salute to them, acting like people wasn't into it. Is it 10-15 was good? Uncle Rick was popping. Is it agenda based? Like, do we just see what we want to see? Do we give credit where credit's due? And I'm trying to figure out. They say he ain't Beyonce. No shit. Nobody's Beyonce. Let me show y'all this. Right? I don't know. It just kind of threw me off. So, and I could be reaching. Y'all let me know. But look at this. Right? So let me show y'all this here. All right, so y'all remember this, right? So y'all remember the verses. Tia, what's up? DJ Smoke, what up? So Uncle Rick, what up? So look, all right. So this is the Dipset performance, right? I'm just gonna walk this down a little bit. This is Dipset versus the Lox. Now, what's the key distinction? And if you were a fan of either one of these or East Coast specifically, you know the distinction right away. You know what you're gonna get at each one of their concerts. So I wasn't surprised here. I knew Dipset was gonna be get smoked because of this one particular facet. Let me show y'all.
Cam, you live in Miami. Drop that shit, Tech.
I live everywhere.
What's this?
Middle fingers in the air. Middle fingers in the air. Middle fingers in the air. Middle fingers in
Now, let me see if you caught it. Look at the key difference. Hold on. Let me get through this. All right. So that was the Lox.
Shit that they kick is
Killer, you gotta kill a nigga, you think about Capo's corrupted, he's the wrong part on the fuck with. Labeled and known as a young pot to the MV, you been cracking the flesh.
What's the key difference? This is about knowing who you dealing with. Exactly, 1015. There's no background vocals with the Lox. That's a live show and performance. Dipset, they do their thing, but they always got the vocals playing. Exactly, Gore. It's a soundtrack with the Dipset, right? And of course, the energy, the synergy. You ain't never seen the Lox beefing at all. Even when they talk about who's left off of what track, they don't get into all the bullshit and minutia. You know what I'm saying? But they had the background vocals. But I know these artists, so I know that they gonna have the background vocals. These niggas is hating. They they be talking shit about each other, right? They don't have the same synergy, but it's a stark difference. I'm just wondering why they comparing Kendrick to whomever. Now, put a 1 in the chat if you agree that the Super Bowl was not good. Put a 1 in the chat if you think it wasn't good. Put a 2 if you think it was. Look, you already. Put a 1 in the chat if you think it was not good. Put a 2 in the chat if you thought the performance was good. 1 for not, 2 for yes. 2. Dawn, what's up? 2. Oh, I think I'm not seeing somebody else too. Oh, my brother Riff was popping. Miss Bells was popping. Okay. 2, 1, 1. So 1 is not good. Okay. 1 is not good. You know, why y'all say 1? Who said 1? Why y'all say 1? Why y'all say 1? Let me know, man. Let me know. Why y'all say 1? Let me know. Let me know. Why y'all put 1? Why y'all put 1? Somebody said it was trash. 1 mean my team lost. Okay. All right. So let me see. All right, hold on. Let me fix this. All right. So for the people, I liked it, but I'm from Cali too. So you think you have an implicit bias? That's fair. What's up? Nate? 2. Let me see. All right. So who's saying 1? Let me see. Yeah. Okay. So y'all was not entertained. How come? What were the dynamics that were missing? First and foremost, what were the dynamics that were missing from the Kendrick performance? You think he had a couple different sets? Did y'all want him to have a bunch of features? Y'all wanted him to bring out a bunch of people? Would you have? Let me see. So y'all loved it. Okay. So here. Somebody like had an Instagram video. It was like people were just sitting in the crowd chilling. No, was it Instagram or YouTube? I don't know. But it was like people's in the crowd chilling. So like do you think that depicts how people actually felt? The people that loved it, why did you love it? What did y'all think about the semblance of Uncle Sam? Did y'all see what I saw? The reason why Samuel Jackson was perfect for it? Because Samuel Jackson been in 1,000 movies, right? But he be acting his ass off, generally speaking. But what role do we remember him for? Lately, I think he has a lot of great roles, right? I think Pulp Fiction jumps out to me first, right? But what's the role? I mean, you want to talk about so much good acting in this movie. I will argue shit. Not Samuel Jackson, but Jamie was one of the weakest actors in the movie, to be honest. just compare. I mean, Leonardo acting, even though his role wasn't as like, you know, he kind of came more towards the end. You know what I'm saying? But Friend Steven is, I mean, right? Yeah, that was good. Right? Do y'all realize what Kendrick actually did? Regardless of what you say, how you liked it, I know y'all wanted it to just be just party music and all that other stuff. It's an opportunity, right, to convey a message to the entire world. So what do you do with that opportunity? And I know I get it. People don't want to think, right? It's just the Super Bowl, whatever the case is. But if you have an opportunity like that, what do you actually do with it? Do you convey a message or do you just play swimming pools? Regardless if we like it or not, you know what I'm saying? And I get it. We look at time and place. Well, they've been having that in racism shit out there, right? They say love something is the new slogan. So it's right in line with the seemingly with the NFL been trying to convey. So what do you do with such an opportunity? And I don't think if y'all understand how impactful this is, but let me
more. I'm an Israelite. Don't call me black no more. I'm an Israelite. Don't call me black no more. I'm an Israelite.
See, y'all don't understand, right? This damn album, didn't he win the Grammys for that one too? Did he sweep that year? And then he's on the world stage. Even if you don't even agree with that ideology. But yo, yo, this opportunity is crazy though. That's what he won, Crimson. But I'm just wondering, like, what do you expect? The man is decently consistent. You thought Drake wasn't gonna get smoked? Now there's things that he doesn't do and all that you know the brothers be like, yo, Kendrick gotta go harder, but people trying to maintain, right? He trying to maintain a level of momentum, right? Because if you go too over the top, then he get labeled as such, and then people try to quiet him. You know, as Abe, that's one thing that I was kind of noticing. His mic was low as shit. It seemed low. You know, I even said it when I was watching it. What's up, Juggernaut? What's up, Lady O? As Abe in the building. Infamous was popping. Yeah, that's a great point. Fifi, what's up? Infamous, that's a great point. I don't know about the Free Palestine flag. Let me look it up. I didn't even see it. Oh, they fixed it on the replay? Intelligent. That's good. That's good. So let me do this before I get to the kids, because we definitely get into the kids, whether we like it or not, in terms of we have forgotten about the kids. But let me drop this link to see if anybody want to converse about this specifically, and then we can move forward. All right. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. People got to understand what marketing is, right? I think I saw or heard, or maybe this is my sentiment, right? So essentially, people will look and say, I thought black people hated the NFL during the Colin Kaepernick saga, right? Do you guys realize how foolish that is to say, okay, so people spoke out against the NFL, right? And now that if the NFL effectuated some change, they still not supposed to participate. What happened when the bus lines was boycotted, right? It's to get the nod. It's to get seen. It's to get heard. It's to effectuate change. It's not we boycott the buses and then we don't never use them again, right? That's what people are saying should happen. But if seemingly there's more black coaches, right? the players just recently, when they went to the table, the NFLPA and the NFL, the players gain more leverage. They raised the salary cap, right? So if the NFL is 70% black, right, who gets paid more? You know, you see the when they got out Rob Schneider, and now you know it's a group in terms of who owns the Commanders, but portions of those people are black men. I didn't see. Oh no, I think is there a woman in there? I'm not sure. Right. So you see more representation. Damn near 50% of the quarterbacks are black. I'm not saying these are exact correlations. I'm just saying that since the Kaepernick thing, even though you had some teams like the Cowboys saying you can't kneel, the players were able to kneel and voice their opinion. Now people are saying, yay, let's make sure now the next step, they should have never played in those games. I ain't never seen y'all niggas not go to work after being treated fairly, unfairly, or treated poorly. The average NFL career is 3 years, 3.5 years, right? You get pension after 4 years. That's how crucial it is, right? But you got Hove in there. Then you got these different performances now, right? And then I know people make this argument. Oh, niggas so worried about music. It's more than that, right? We understand that. The NFL even know what you're gonna get. What you got Kendrick there. But once people see the change, then you participate, like the bus boycotts, like segregation of water fountains and everything else in schools. So when you place a concern, if you feel that your concerns are met, then people participate again. But it doesn't make sense. People are like, oh, I thought y'all. Well, if the NFL made a change, then you say, all right, we good again. You know what I'm saying? So I just see that happen in every other facet, but I just know that argument is being presented somewhere. Trigger Mike was pop. Right, or wanted. Crimson was popping.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How you?
I'm doing good. How you doing, Trigger Mike?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing great.
Good to see you. So Trigger Mike was in mid breath. He's very long-winded. So as soon as he did, I decided to get you in here because who knows when he's gonna be finished. You know what I'm saying?
I was done.
You were done? Okay, my bad. Let me read these and we jump back in. Quentin with the $5 says, HAMP, that halftime was lackluster. Damn. I don't care about the meanings. Quentin, that's hurt my feelings, brother. Vet Life with the $5 says, salute, fam. I get what you're saying, but for me, I don't want to hear that bullshit protest rap at the Super Bowl. Okay. Trigger Mike with the $5 says, in my opinion, only pop stars with multiple #1 hits can really rock the Super Bowl. Kendrick's set was too eccentric and people have short attention spans. Damn. John Henry with the $5 says, Samuel L. Jackson was playing Uncle Sam embodied how jaded society has become with the shenanigans. You got to break that down. You might have to hit the link, John. Dre with the $2 says, HAMP, you think that free Palestine flag was staged? I didn't see that. If anybody knows, you could definitely speak on that. Aaron with the $2 says, I got real nigga conditions, then broke them down. You got to explain what that means, good brother. Dion, salute, been a member for 11 months. Says, salute, DJ HAMP. So does this say something about how we look at artists and entertainers? So just shut up and dance. That's what the sentiment kind of feels like. Crimson, what's good? What you think?
You know, the people who are surprised at what Kendrick did are not his longtime Kendrick fans. They are fans of the beef. They are fans. They think his catalog is not like us, and that is not his catalog. If anybody want to check the 2016 Grammy performance that you can now find on YouTube because they suppressed it for a long time, and he was performing a lot of his songs off of the T-Pap album, and them white folks in them seats was uncomfortable. He does this stuff on purpose. He purposely uses larger stages that are not his personal tour stages to stand on business. He does that on purpose. Anybody that expected him to get up there and shuck and jive for white people, first of all, it would have been going against his brand. And then that would have been a conversation. Oh, he got up there, you know what I'm saying? He shucked and jived for white people after saying he wasn't industry and blah, 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 blah. But now that he got up there and actually did what Kendrick Lamar does, not what everybody wants or your other favorite rappers, he's not worried about being your favorite rapper. He's doing what rap was meant to do, whether you like him specifically or not, or can't get with his sound or not. I'm not here to convince people to like Kendrick. But what I'm saying is rap has always been a vehicle for a revolutionary type of sentiment. It's always been a vehicle for change. It's always been a vehicle for Black men's voices. It's always been that, whether you wanted the party set like MC Hammer, or whether you was political like Public Enemy, or whether you were, whatever you were doing. First of all, you are authentic with what you were doing. You were you. And then it spoke to somebody. That authenticity spoke to somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's not supposed to all sound the same. They wanted him to get up there and have chicks twerking, and Kendrick ain't never did that.
Yeah,
he's never done that. So for me, I had this whole apartment rocking. You know, I had TV up. Okay, I
shit like that.
I sung every lyric. Okay, and all of that good stuff. He did do his hits. He did Humble. He did DNA. You know what I'm saying? He did do his hits, and the stuff off his GNX album are hits.
Yeah,
all of them are top 10. So he did do his hits. He just did his newer set. He did all right and all of that the last time he was at the Super Bowl. So I didn't expect him to do those particular songs again. He did them already, and he usually do them. He said in the interview that he was living in the present, not in the past. So he gave you what he just didn't get up there and do nothing. And white folks is mad, and Negroes need to stop being mad when white folks is mad.
The Crimson, that's the part though. Like, why so many Negroes mad? Like, they was mad. They was
mad before he even got on stage, because it was Negroes that did the whole Lil Wayne thing.
Hold on, Mike.
Lil Wayne
Mike. That's what I'm saying. And they like intentionally like it sound crazy that Black people, they already said if you want to hide it from us, put it in the book. Then we out loud saying it made me think too much. I said, what in the good
exactly. But that's what I think.
Music to make you not think. You have that music is available.
So
but on this stage at this time, he didn't do that. He didn't go out there and be a monkey.
Exactly.
So let's merge the because this is not even a disagreement, right? So everybody's really touching on the feelings of like everybody is in total. So you basically said Kendrick stood on business and all. That's what we expected him to do. That's exactly, you said, the 2016 Grammy performance. That's what he always does. So I'm taking the sentiment from people from him being placed in the Super Bowl in the beginning. People were like, Kendrick, what the hell? Like, you know, they were already like not silently protesting him doing it anyway, because you know he only has those type of representative hits. We knew it was going to be a blackety black Super Bowl because Kendrick performing. So remember, I said people have short attention spans. We never expected Kendrick to have a bunch of women in there twerking, and I knew this is the way people were going to feel about it because they want to be entertained, right? They want Lil Jon and all these people throwing their hands up in the air. That's it. We knew Kendrick was about to get in there and make it a blackety black Super Bowl. I don't think anybody's surprised by that.
You're saying that to say what though exactly?
I'm saying that these are the sentiments that they had at when he got, because remember, Lil Wayne was the favorite.
What are your sentiments, Mike?
I said both
Black people. I'm sorry.
So remember, I said both things can be true at the same time. It was visually stunning, it was well performed, and it was well choreographed, but it was not a Super Bowl stunner type of performance.
Go ahead, Crimson. Mike riding the fence. Pause. He double dutching.
And I'm gonna make it quick because I know Aaron want to get in there.
Yeah. Don't worry about Aaron, Crimson.
I gotta go to work.
Crimson. He can't beat me up. Go ahead. You go.
I think I can.
Now he think
that will run on, like.
But that's just the thing. We knew exactly what. The Lil Wayne thing, Negroes started that. Lil Wayne didn't even start that. Negroes that could not allow Kendrick to have his moment. That for whatever reason they don't like this man, and Kendrick don't be bothering nobody. So I don't know why they don't like him. They don't like him because he beat Drake. He beat Drake up.
That's exactly.
They little boo thing. They don't beat up his little boo thing.
It's like
so
who cares? Like him.
And so now, since he got the Super Bowl, now everybody, he don't have a catalog. He don't got no hits. It took Drake to make him relevant. All of the little talking points that Black people thought up to divide the entire thing. Just if you don't like Kendrick, just be quiet, because he gonna do the Super Bowl. He did it. If you don't like his Super Bowl show, you get you a Super Bowl show and then you do
it. Go ahead, Aaron.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
Love was popping.
Jay-Z said, no matter what I do for people, it's never enough. So
shout out to Hove, man. Go ahead, Crimson.
And then here's the one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody put in the chat, I don't want to hear conscious stuff in the club. So don't. Club music exists.
I tell my
Like
bro
that
all
music
the
exists,
time.
like club
Hold on,
music
Aaron.
that you just not thinking about, you just partying to because the beat is what it is. That music still exists. Nobody's saying don't listen to that music. And listen, don't listen to, because I don't think that Kendrick is a conscious rapper. Kendrick just raps, and his raps have some substance to them. I don't box him into he conscious, because that's a box that people like to put people in, and that's why they saying, oh, he don't know how to make no box. And then when he dropped the bop on everybody's head, now he playing it too much. We don't want to hear that no more. You know what I'm saying? And all of that type of stuff. Like, you can't really win for losing. And that, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm probably gonna get on off of here after a while. It speaks to something deeper about Black people. This is why where we at, because nothing is never good enough, and we always want somebody to martyr themselves. And like you said, him, the rest of us ain't got no motion, and the one that do, we put everything on their back.
Yeah,
they got to do everything. They got to do it specifically the way we want it done, while not knowing how it should be done. He did something very key in that performance. The part where he did Man in the Garden, and they was under the kind of doing a doo-wop.
Yeah.
And Samuel L. Jackson as Uncle Sam, which is a callback to T-Pab and the Uncle Sam character in the album.
Yeah.
Says, oh, you brought your homeboys with you. That's the culture cheat code. Scorekeeper, deduct one life. And I don't think people understood that.
Break it down.
When Black people
Crimson, you want me to zoom in on you?
No, please don't. When Black people are together, when Black men, because it was just the men, the women were not there. When Black men come together, that's the cheat code. That's how you beat the game. And when they see you beat the game, they do what? Deduct one life. They off you. They off one of us. They get rid of us. Get rid of one of you to break you down again, so that you have to scramble and try to see, can you reform Voltron again? It was very emotional almost, because people was getting critical race theory in music form, but it was boring. That's why we have bad relationships, because good people is boring. Everything good is boring.
But Mr. Williams, see, here's the thing, right? People are acting obtuse, like they don't understand what you get with Kendrick. He was performing with the symphony orchestra at the Lincoln Memorial. Like, you know how many white people be in there? They know exactly what they're gonna get. So if I go to a spoken word lounge, I'm not expecting for women to be twerking in there. So when people say it's boring, it doesn't make sense to call a spoken word event boring, right? It's spoken word, right? So anything you compare, like for instance, any sport you compare to football is boring. All that shit, basketball, baseball, soccer, it's all boring compared to football, duh, right? But if I go to the soccer game, I'm not gonna be like, man, I wish this was a football game. Like,
why y'all?
Yeah.
Yo, people be in their own world. They already make an assumption before they even watch this shit. Like, you know, let me ask you this. I want to ask you this. Crimson, I want to ask you this. And then we'll get Relly and Beans action, man. Do you think they purposely didn't do a bunch of crip walking? Because what Serena was doing, that ain't it, right? But if you look, I don't think they did it at all. Like the dancers and everybody. Was that intentional?
I think it was intentional to showcase just her doing that in that moment, because that was his ex-flame. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
to
but,
me,
sorry, aside from her, I'm talking about the crip walk specifically. Like, it wasn't a lot. I don't think they did it at all, like the dancers.
I think it was on purpose, because his LA thing was the pop out, where he was really repping LA.
Oh,
and
I see.
and all the hoods. He did that already.
And killed it.
And killed it. See, that was his audience. When he's on tour, his audience always rap all his songs. People have to understand the people in attendance at the Super Bowl is wealthy and white for the most part. Because how much is a ticket at the Super Bowl, right? So that's not his audience. That was not his tour. That was not his event that he had a couple of months to get it together. I think he did a superb job. It's about 13, 15 minutes long to cram all of that stuff in there. The artist pays for that slot. The NFL does not pay them. No artist. Artists pay to be in that slot, to do whatever it is that they're going to do. And I think purposely he didn't do a lot of Bloods, Crips, LA culture, because he wasn't talking about that at this point. He was talking about the Black experience in America. It was very patriotic, but it was Black people's patriotic. How do Black people view and live in America? So
no, 100%. I thought it was intent. That makes a lot of sense in terms of it's a concert for the world, essentially, right? So that those dances only mean one thing to the majority of people, and it's probably overwhelmingly negative, right? So people probably would have took that and spun it in a different way. So I think that makes a lot of sense. I mean, obviously it had the red, white, and blue, you know, like Krim is saying, like it appeals to who it appeals to based on what they know or don't know, right? So I think I've seen that. I understand that Sherelle was good.
Was doing last year until that beef sparked up, and then Not Like Us dropped. Because before Night Like Us came, people thought he was losing. Straight up. So come on, let's just keep it up.
What are we? So what'd you say, Krim?
But don't show that you're biased and expect for us to ignore it.
Oh, I'm very biased.
Okay, cool.
I'm not here to say that I'm fair and balanced. When did I say that?
Absolutely. So there you go.
But I'm also
your
not
opinion is irrelevant.
trying to make somebody agree with me. I don't know where that
wanted to hear a lyricist that was gonna be high, forget his words to his song just because he's from New Orleans.
No, Wayne is not as great as he used to be with performing, right? I think just how even Wayne raps or writes his songs, right? They kind of go, he raps them, he records them, and then he be forgetting some of them shits, right? He did it on a live show. But Kendrick, I don't give a damn what part of the year it was or why. He was the top selling rap artist last year. He was the hottest rap artist last year. Even when Cole dropped this album, it did well, but it didn't make the impact because of this back and forth that was happening. I actually DJ, right? I actually go outside. This is where I have leverage on y'all. Right. When I go to the club, they not asking for no Drake shit. Even after Jay Prince allegedly told you couldn't play that Not Like Us, out here in Houston, I played it 1,000 fucking times, and they party to it every single time. I'm just telling you what was actually happening. The only time Drake was hot was if the ladies was on the track with him. So he had a song with Sexy Red, then you heard Drake. That Baby Daddy song they got. But other than that, Drake hits wasn't hitting. None of his classics you could play. Nobody wanted to hear that shit. It's just the truth.
Right, so here's the thing.
I love you.
We're not about to do
Hey, I love Juvie. Crimson, what you about to say? Then we'll get Tommy in finally. Tommy,
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna go. First of all, to the precedent thing, it's not a precedent because the NFL didn't make a ruling. The NFL did not say from here on out we are only going to get artists that's represented from the city. Has to be a ruling. It was not one. It was just a coincidence. It was just something that I don't even think they were thinking about that at the time that they did the Dre thing. They weren't thinking about that.
When they went to Atlanta, what you mean? Why they weren't thinking about that?
This is insane.
Because
Usher
hold on.
Let her finish real quick.
When Weezy was hot, the Super Bowl was going on. Yes, it was football. It was invented.
But they stopped doing black artists though. You know that. Don't do that.
Hold on. Action. Let the point come out. Go ahead, Crimson.
It's karma.
My point is, nobody was mad that Weezy wasn't at the Super Bowl until Kendrick got the Super Bowl. Nobody was ever mad. I don't remember this argument ever being had that Weezy needed to be at the Super Bowl when it was in New Orleans until a black man, another black man, got that spot.
Interesting point.
And then when he got that spot, and don't nobody like Kendrick, then that was when Weezy should have got it. Lil Wayne himself did not even say that until it built up on the internet, and then he said something about it. Then he got the whining about it. But before he spoke on that, that was other people, fans and so forth. And I like Lil Wayne. I ain't got nothing against Lil Wayne. I like Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is dope. He dope, okay? We know this. But I saw that as part of just, we don't like Kendrick and we just don't want him to have that spot. So it was going to be a bad Super Bowl for those people, regardless of what Kendrick did. Even if he had brought Wayne out, they would have said, oh, Wayne outshined Kendrick and that's why he should have had the Super Bowl. It would have been something else. It just couldn't be Kendrick Lamar is hot. Wayne has not done anything in the past few years that would get him that spot. They didn't give him the spot when he was hot. He's not going to get it now. Right. He doesn't perform well. Let me on that point, I'm actually about to drop. What question?
I just want to ask you a question. How many hit records of Dr. Dre can you name right now off the top of your head? Of Dr. Dre?
Dre is a producer. What do you mean?
Right. So the question was how many hit records?
Album that he did with Snoop, the whole thing.
Yeah, to us, how many hit records can you name of Dr. Dre? It's a simple question.
His record specifically?
Yeah, just his record.
Yes, just Dr. Dre.
Producer. So I mean.
So here's the point. Why did they tap him?
Because he's a famous producer.
Right. And it's coincidence that it was Inglewood, California. You really believe that?
When did the NFL officially make that a rule?
The question is, you already made this statement. Do you really believe it was coincidence?
I don't think that was something that they were specifically thinking about.
Okay.
They was tired of the Super Bowl being.
Let's say y'all want Aerosmith up there every year.
Tired of that. They was tired of
that. Black folk won't have nothing to say about it.
Lil Wayne is black. You do realize Lil Wayne is black, right?
But the point is,
so is Kendrick.
I know. So what is the Aerosmith point?
But Crimson, to your point, in 2013, when Beyonce headlined, right, in New Orleans, was there an argument?
Absolutely not.